What's up, and welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab, your number one gambling podcast for quick picks. I am your host, as always. Thanks so much for joining. Today, we are live on Twitter and YouTube, X, right? I'm not gonna call it X though. We're live on Twitter and YouTube. If you're watching on Twitter today, do me a favor, come on over, find us on YouTube at Lunchtime in the Lab, live at 11:30 every day on YouTube. Only go live on Twitter every other day. So if you are watching on Twitter, though, I can interact. I can see some of these posts and the messages just the same as I do on YouTube. Look at this one. I'll be honest with you. I don't know how to say your first name, but I understand that last name is Nebraska. I got that much. Or your first name. I don't know what I said. My guy Jort up 40 units last month. Guys on some goat shit. You know what's funny? So in the middle of the night, just a few days ago, somebody's like, "Oh, it's funny. Like Jort in Slavic means goat," and I'm like, I seen the guy later. I'm like, "Is that true?" He's like, "Nah," or something. I thought it was funny. But all right, here we go. Appreciate everybody watching. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, everything like that. Feeling a little goofy, feeling a little still a little sick today. Man, and then my wife's out. She's went to go play pickleball this morning. I think she had a tournament this morning. She goes back to work in like 2 weeks. Son just would not stop crying. I hear he's of course he sounds like he just woke up. Not feeling the best either. So today's a little bit of a lazier podcast. I don't have as many graphics as I do and everything like that usually, so I apologize. But as usual, show you this graphic for the Beer Money Picks logo. A lot of you guys, a lot of you guys are coming from this, I know. I was just trying to find this tweet though from this morning. March, I finished up 39.67 units. I was up 25 for the month of February. So we're for the year though, we're up 61.75 units. I did have a rough January. I mean, I do lose bets. We went 0-3 yesterday. But you know, being smart, paying attention to units, and you know, picking your spots and hammering when you need to, and you know, just going small when you need to and stuff is smart. So 61.75 units though for the year so far. $50 better, it's $3,000. 100, that's $6,000. A $500 better is up $30,000. I do wish I was a $500 better. I really could be if I wanted to, but as soon as I did that, I would end up, you know, I'd go on a losing streak. Max Jennings, by the way, just subscribe to YouTube. Appreciate you, man. If you're still in here, say hi. But anyhow, let's get going. Oh, anyhow, though, all caps home run, 30% off for the Discord here. If you're watching on Twitter, there's a link at the bottom. Oh, dang it! If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link at the bottom. Twitter, there's a link at the top here. But we will get into this here. Due for a home run, green home run slip, man. We went 0-3, 2-3, 2-3, 2-3, then 0-3 yesterday for the home runs. I do already have something queued up, ready to go. A little worried about this White Sox game, but I do like a Braves player that home run today. We'll see today. We'll see. Here we go. I'm trying to. Here we go. As I mentioned before, you know, I usually have graphs and everything. There's really with baseball, there's no graphs or data or anything like that. We're going to be doing more sides and totals in baseball than we do in the NBA, so it's not always going to be player props. I mean, we went player prop heavy yesterday, and we went 0-3, unfortunately. So those of you that watched the podcast for the first time yesterday, I apologize. I mean, I think we're up like 25 units altogether for it. So, I mean, you're going to have some ups and downs, and that's certainly how baseball is. So we just got to, you know, ride it and make it through it. But today is Monday, April 1st already. April Fools, don't get me. Before we get into today's plays, take a look back, see how we did yesterday. Like I said, we went 0-3. Byron Buxton over 1.5 hits, run RBIs. He only had 2 at bats. He actually got pulled in a blowout, which like I was on there searching like, oh, like did he get hurt? Yada yada yada. And it's like, no, like they were just getting their butts kicked, so they pulled him. You actually don't see that really often. So it's like, go figure, we lost a bet to a blowout. Like this is the damn NBA or whatever, you know, that we run into those issues all the time. Jake Berger over 1.5 total bases. He only got 1 hit, but he got, you know, he ended up with 3 hits, runs, RBI. So unfortunately, we just chose wrong there. Cody Bellinger over 1.5 total bases. He did get 1 hit, but he had 3 hits, runs, RBIs. I actually had his HRR first, and then like we talked about, we changed it. I even had his HRR on the graph, and we kind of let that one slide. So anyhow, we got 3 plays for you today. If you're in the Discord, you can see, yesterday in the Discord, we ran Jake Berger and Cody Bellinger to get 1 hit together, combined for a builder. It was like plus 106 that hit. Some of these plays do make it as VIP official type plays. Other times there's it's like an extension of the play or like a safer version. That's my style. That's the way I do it. That's why I don't hit these home run lottos, because I guess that's just not what it's meant to be. I'm meant to be that safe, slow and steady, just win a little bit at a time kind of thing, Sorry for drinking water. Just got another WAP message. Somebody just signed up for the Discord off my link. That's awesome if that came from you guys just now. Okay, here we go. Behind me here, this way, been to this stadium a dozen times, if not more. This is the home of my White Sox. Do I have a White Sox hat? I do have a White Sox hat on today. Unfortunately, White Sox aren't good. It's gonna be a year or so until they're good. Sorry, I saw something. I want to make sure I didn't forget. The mat. Oh, okay. I saw something about Suggs, and I was like, oh my gosh, wait, they are playing. Oh, it's a 16-point spread. Jalen Suggs is at home. Normally we ride the points and rebounds for him, but I guarantee that's like juice to hell. I didn't even hardly look at NBA. I do have an NBA play for today, but 15.5. I don't know. I just prefer MLB right now. And then we like killed it and everything. I got way off track. Anyhow, let's go. This is another, I know my team, they're not very good type bet. Braves, obviously, pretty solid team. We do have some weather concerns here. More so Wrigley, though. Like, Wrigley's got the wind blowing in. Like, their total is only 6.5. I seen the weather today, and went to see the total, and I was like, whoa, like 6.5, But my wife knows I do my podcast this time every day, and she's leaving the gym or whatever she's at. You want Chick-fil-A? Like, yeah, but like, leave me alone. Here she goes. She's gonna be, what do you want? And be like the same thing that I get every time. But anyway, so we actually have like a 1% increase in terms of home runs. So like, I think it's gonna be okay. In terms of run scoring and everything like that. I don't even know if I said the play. I'm sorry. I'm sick. I'm all over the place. I can't think. My son, like I said, my son's been crying. But it's the Braves' first 5 team total is what we're going to go with. It's over 2.5. Once again, this is DraftKings only. Honestly, like I said, I've been saying it. I got to look around to see who actually carries it. DraftKings in particular, I know for sure does. Braves first 5 team total. If you don't have it, go ahead and take the full game team total. Although it's at 5.5, I don't like to play that usually, or 4.5. I think it's at 5.5. I normally don't like my 5.5. I like to keep it at 4.5. Anyhow, they have Chris Flexen going, who's given up 3+ runs in 9 of his last 12 starts. The guy just gets like lit up. The guy just gets hit like hard. Obviously, this is the first time pitching with the White Sox. But, the Braves bats are just so dang good, and he's allowed right-hand batters to really just torch him. I mean, like, he gets killed by right-handed batters, but at the same time, they have really strong lefties there too. Not to say that lefties aren't going to be successful, but he dude just gets hit. And Acuna had, I think he was like 0-5 yesterday or something like that. If not, maybe 0-4 or something, but really big bounce back spot for him today. In fact, I think he's going to be one of my home run legs for today. So you guys have to let me know what you think about that. If you don't like Acuna today, well, maybe we'll find another. I should just start building like a home run lotto on on the podcast every day with you guys, and it'll just be like easier instead of me having to do all the research. Anyway, that's kind of all I don't have a whole lot to it. Like I said, a little bit of a lazier day today. Sometimes with baseball, there's not a really long, detailed, like with NBA, it's like, because this, I like this, I like this, I like this. All that stuff, So I just really think the Braves bats are strong. The White Sox have, the pitching's gonna be rough. Like I said, it's rainy, it's windy. Hopefully it's postponed, or hopefully if it's delayed, it gets pushed back, because then the weather clear up, and then we'll still have some of that wind that's actually a little bit in favor. It's moving to like right field. It looks like. So we'll see what happens there. TJ, I didn't know that. TJ says Matt Olson's numbers are the best in the league against flexing today. Man, I was gonna play this for like an official play in the Discord, but like I kind of backed off of it. I actually have another play in the Discord. It's actually a guy to get a hit plus the Braves money line for like plus 102 is what I was gonna run. But honestly, like, man, I don't know. I did get burned on a team total that Orioles team total yesterday. I think it was. Me and Big E were talking about that one. But all right, anyway, first play is going to be Braves first 5 team total over 2.5. If you don't have DraftKings, I do feel okay about taking the full game team total, which is at 5.5. It is just a hair high. I'd prefer to do over 4.5 on that one. Second play here, we are looking at Nationals ballpark. We have the Pirates going against the Nats. You're telling me, let me look here and see if it's moved at all on FanDuel. All right, here you go. You're telling me I can get the Pittsburgh Pirates for plus 100 against the Washington Nationals on the money line. So they just got to win, not by 2 or 3 or anything like that. You even have them at the minus 1.5. So in terms of the run line, so they're favored, but then they have the plus 100. Kind of weird odds there, right? Nationals are plus 105, but they're minus 118 on the money line. So technically the favorite, but the Pirates got the minus 1.5 run line, but they're the dog. Kind of broken odds there. It seems like a little bit. I don't know if that's normal or not, but kind of just a weird thing to talk about. But I don't see an advantage for either pitcher here. So it's not like the Nationals have like a good pitcher and we just have to hope that they don't get out of the 6th inning or whatever, but neither team really has an advantage for starting pitcher. So I think taking the team that's 4-0, that's proven that they can win, the team that has not lost this year, we get to get them for plus 100. Man, I mean, obviously it's baseball, anything can happen. Look, the White Sox can beat the Braves today. Is that going to happen? Probably not. Do I get to watch it? No, of course not, because MLB TV has every damn game listed as a blackout for me. I live in Indiana. I can't watch the 2 teams to the left of us. I can't watch the 2 teams to the right of me. I can't watch the 1 team above me. I have like 7 teams blocked out. Anyway, why not take the team that's riding hot at even money? We have the 9th best batting. The Pirates have the 9th best batting average in the league, the 4th best on base percentage, the 4th most runs scored, the 11th best pitching ERA, and the 4th best batting average against. So how well people are doing against them, basically, they're limiting that batting average. These guys are getting on base, they're hitting the ball. And they're scoring some runs, and they're limiting the amount of hits and everything that they're giving them up. Obviously, it just makes sense. Like, why not take the team that has barely lost? So we're gonna ride Pirates money line plus 100. I know it's away. I don't know what their home and road splits. Sorry, my son just ran through the living room like screaming. But he didn't come visit, so whatever. Anyway, Pirates money line gonna be the second play, and then getting back into the NBA. It's been a minute, but this one kind of jumped out to me. It's something that I noticed. I think like last time they played, or I forget fully what it is. Because of the Bulls, like the Bulls have a pretty good like paint defense, but like they struggle against the pick and roll. Okongwu, okay, so Clint Capella over 23.5 points and rebounds. I'm sorry. I suck at like actually telling you what the plays are. Clint Capella over 23.5 points and rebounds. If you want to take his double-double, it's at minus 115. That's what I actually looked at first to see what his double-double was. And then I looked at his stats against Vucevic. And sometimes he doesn't score. And he gets a lot of rebounds. Okongwu and Sadiq both out. Jalen Johnson may be out, although right before I started, I saw a tweet saying that he was present at shoot around. So he may have Jalen Johnson back again. that's okay. I mean, it's going to space the court a little bit. It'd be nice if Jalen Johnson wasn't in. If he is, it's whatever. I don't think that really affects anything. Speaking of tweets, like before this started, I was looking at like Justin Jefferson is trending. Like, why everybody got a mess? Maybe because it's April Fools. Is that why? But it's like there's like a post like Justin Jefferson traded to the Chiefs. Justin Jefferson traded to the Ravens. Justin Jefferson traded to the Steelers. I saw, and it's all like fake Adam Schefter's like Twitter accounts and stuff like that. People got it's probably because April Fools though. I just realized that. Anyway, without Okongwu and Sadiq, he's over this in 5 of 8 games this year, so he's cleared this pretty easily. But the main reason that I liked it is against Vucevic, he's over this in 7 of 8. And then like kind of just looking at it, like let's see, they haven't played this year, but 13 and 14, whatever, 20, 27, 28, 29. Did get hooked on a 23. What's that? 31, 33, 24, 32. I mean, he's flown over this. The one time that he didn't get a double-double, he had 8 points but 16 rebounds, so would have covered the points and rebound line. But unfortunately, there was another time where he had 12 points and 11 rebounds, which would have hooked the points and rebound line. So I don't think you can go wrong either way, taking the double-double or taking the points and rebounds. I just like the spot where like he could get, he could put up 15 rebounds and only 10 points and we cash, So like I like having the points and rebounds like feeding into each other like together. I mean, he could have one of those games where he could have 16 rebounds and 8 points and we still come out green, So anyway, he's over 7-8 against Vucevic. Last 15 games against centers, they've given up the 8th most points, the 10th most rebounds the Bulls have. The Bulls also struggle against pick and roll, like the roll man. They've got a good paint defense, but they struggle, like I said, they're one of the worst teams in defending the pick and roll. Capella's leaves Capella like a free. I can't think. I got sick brain. Whatever. It leaves them a nice lane, to go score. Grabbing, boards. Drummond, obviously, off the bench, has been doing a good job, but they're not going to go double big like they do against like the Cavs or anything like that. So I think Capella for points and rebounds, is going to be a good look here. Let's see. I don't have a recap screen. Kind of sucked today. So pull back on the one take. I'm gonna we'll recap here and then because it looks like what's this patch talking about MLB. I got some MLB plays on this recap here. Recap here and then close it out for the audio side. And then if we want to talk about anything in particular or whatever, I mean we can, like I say all the time. I just don't want the audio to get like too long posting the posting for Spotify and stuff like that though. So I don't have a recap screen, like I said. I mean, I barely got this piece together between sleeping an hour and a half or so longer than I normally do to the kid just screaming absolutely his head off today. But we're gonna go with the Braves first 5 team total over 2.5. That is a DraftKings. Maybe bet MGM. I really need to look around. I know I've said it 100 times. I know at least DraftKings has it. If you cannot get the first 5 team total, go ahead and run the full game. Although obviously that's not what's tracked. That's not what's the official play. But we're good. We're good there. Over 2.5 Braves first 5 team total. Second play is going to be the Pirates money line. We get them at even money. They have yet to lose. Why not? Why fade them at this point? And then lastly, we were just talking about it, was Clint Capella over 23.5 points and rebounds for the third play. Going to try out some NBA, and hopefully tomorrow I'm not sitting here like, yep, I'm not going to touch that again. So I'm going to go ahead and close it out for the audio side of things. People are watching on, visual, go ahead and hang out. I can answer any questions or anything in particular. I had seen something about an Acuna bet. I don't know if you're still in here or not, Nebraska. But yeah, all right. Anyway, as always, I'm your host, Lunchtime in the Lab, brought to you every day. Thanks so much for listening on the audio side, watching as well. If you are a Spotify, Apple, Amazon, iHeartRadio, whatever listener, and you have yet to come over and check out the graphics and interact with the chat and everything like that, I would certainly say that it's probably the better experience, but I certainly understand, listening and everything too. Appreciate you guys all the same, and I will see you guys back at 11:30 tomorrow. Okay. Okay. I've been on this for 20 minutes, so that's not too long. Normally I'm like 20 to 30 minutes, so I'm right there. If you guys have any particular questions or whatever, go ahead and drop them. We can get looking at them. Let's see. 36 people watching, only 8 likes. Run up the likes. Appreciate the shout out. Patch. I will say, yeah, 33 people watching right now. The last 2 days we've had, it's like flip of a switch or something. I had 40 plus people watching. I think we might have hit 40 today. I can't quite tell because I have the Twitter views on here as well, which shows 244. Twitter views are so broken. I know there's not 244 people watching like right now. That's how many like total views I've had. But anyhow though, it's been doing really good, and we're getting a lot of followers, and 22,000 Twitter followers now, and I know that Discord's got like 10,000 people in it. It grew like 4,000 something crazy or something. What's up, bud? Anyhow, do I have anything for the 30% boost? I will. It's going to be in the Discord. Although, like, if there's anything, if it's any of these plays that, fell or something, I mean, certainly use it there. But yeah, probably like a hit builder, like a 2-leg hit builder that can, take a little extra juice, and we can just, I know it's kind of lame. People like to use them on like lottos and stuff like that, but man, I'm a guy that I can put like 2 minus 260s together, and it's minus 120, throw that 30% boost on there, boom, you got a plus 110. Nice little play there. That's the way I like to use it. That's the way I'll probably find a way, because I was gonna think about using it. I have today, I have the about to be popped in the Discord, not gonna share it all, obviously. Braves money line and a player to get a hit is plus 106. This particular person on the White Sox has hit. He 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight games against the Braves. He had 3 hits, 3 hits, 1 hit, 3 hit, 2 hit, 1 hit, 3 hits. Man, I am almost thinking that he's due to hit like 2 or 3 hits here. Not a home run type guy, but we're gonna take a player on the White Sox to get a hit and the Braves to get the win at plus 106. Man, that's right up my alley. Big E. I'm gonna not say that name, but I know who you're talking about. I've seen a lot of people on his case today. I think I've said before, or just as early as just recently yesterday. Not a big fan of betting K props. They just bug the hell out of me, to be honest. But you're definitely right about really just the Rockies do strike out just in general a lot. And then, especially against the left-handed pitcher, there's a guy on Twitter. Let me see if he's still doing it or not. Dude's got like a ton of followers. Professor. He puts out like these like game sheets and stuff. No shame. Like, I don't care. Like, I know he's got his own Discord, everything like that. Dang, he must not be doing it, but like every day at 7 a.m., which he posted this a little later, he would put out like a pitcher report, and it showed like who they're facing, who he's facing, and like who has like the highest percentage of like strikeouts or something like that against them. Really beneficial. Like I would generally, I check on that like once every morning. I look at that report just to look and be like, oh, okay, like so and so's facing so and so, and they're striking out the most against them or something like that. But I would say lean on the yes, although we've seen some pitchers just like the Dodgers dude, and he just got whooped and on his first outing. So that's kind of like I can't even think what that guy's name is. He got torn up by the Padres though, and then he did better his second time around. So sometimes these guys, on their first outing, I actually love the fade dudes that are starting for the first time, like taking first fives against them. But this is the Rockies. It's not like he's going against the Braves. So I would definitely think that 5.5 is very advantageous. Let's see. I was trying to find no, that's not. I like this team rankings website, and I'm sure on here somewhere it shows opponent batting, opponent strikeouts per game. Is that it? So like Miami has struck out 12 times, or they're averaging 12 strikeouts a game so far. Is that what that's telling me? I was trying to find the Rockies. But then it says Colorado is 5.5. So like I'm confused. That might be how many times they strike. I don't know. It's not important. Yeah, I think it's Yamamoto. Something like that, Marcus. All right. Well, if y'all don't got anything else, somebody did ask about Acuna hits, run, RBIs over 2.5. I think he certainly do. To be honest, he, like I said, he is one of the guys I like for a home run today. Just based off of, in terms of weather, it's one of the better. Like it's just so hard for home runs right now. The ball's just not going to fly. But it's a day game, so it's gonna be a little warmer in Chicago, at 2:00. So I think we should be good there. All right. I think that's it. I think we're gonna close it out. I like to go live on Twitter because then at the very top you can see, um, it shows some dude's live for whatever. One of Trent's guys is live. He's got 700 people watching, so that's kind of nice. Like there's some Prince person, but they only have 90 people watch. So I'm like live on Twitter right now. It must be people that I like watch or something, but I'm like top 4. So that's cool. Like people can be like, "Oh, what's this?" and see it, I think. Unless they got to follow me. I don't really know how that works. But I know I don't follow this person though. I don't think. I haven't really looked at I did see I followed, people on Twitter and stuff. Like I've seen Jaren Jackson Jr.'s name thrown around. But I don't like to bet him because dude's in foul trouble. Dude starts the game in foul trouble. You might as well start the game and he has 3 fouls. That's how I feel about him. But all right. Okay, yeah. I can hear my son. It sounds like he's eating something. Although I already gave him chips, so I don't know what he could possibly be into as we're waiting on mom to bring food home for today. So and the other son's starting to cry. So perfect timing, guys. I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Like I said, if you haven't hit the subscribe, I mean, if you're still chilling, just talking to me or whatever, honestly, like trying to get these minutes up, these watch hours, it's called on YouTube. So just this random talking. And if I still got it shows 14 people and I'm in here for an extra 5 minutes, that's an extra hour of watch time or something like that, just trying to get it up to get some of these stats up, everything like that, so appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you're watching this on the recorded version, you made it this far all the way on Twitter, make sure you come on over to YouTube as we are live every single day there as well. But I will see you guys back tomorrow, and hopefully we have ourselves a better day than we did yesterday. And if we don't, you always bounce back. I always bounce back. There's been times where I didn't think I was ever going to bounce back, and then here we are up 70 units to start the month or whatever. So appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys back tomorrow.